We just rented a car from Hertz. You just have to cross the bridge and come to the ground floor once you exit from the car rental place and get your car. Very cool thing about cars in Israel is that they have a little number lock. So you have to press the code, they'll give it to you and when you rent the car, and you have to press the code before you can even start the car. That's very unique. Everywhere they should adopt that. Once you enter the code, then you can start the car. Another very interesting thing is that the car rentals here, the gas, you can actually return it at how much ever you want, and they charge less money for gas than you would pay otherwise at the gas station. I found this very interesting because in the US, the cars usually charge like 4 times more plus fine if you don't return it full or where you got the car level, like the gas level at. So that's very interesting. So we're going to drive as much as possible. This does have unlimited miles, and then return it to nearly zero fuel. Another thing you want to keep in mind is that use the credit card that you buy the car rental with, because they will charge you insurance, which is about $14 US, and if you don't have a credit card that has protection for car rentals, then they charge you another additional $8. So basically we paid about $19 per day for this car, and we had to pay another $22 on top of that $19 because we did not have the same credit card. So yeah, just use the same card. It makes life a lot easier. And you're also not allowed to go into the Palestinian territories with a car rental from Tel Aviv because the plates are different. So this is a yellow plate and those plates are green and white. So you're only allowed to stay in the Israel territories. Street parking is really hard to find. You can't park where there is red and white lines. Also, the blue and white lines only indicate that residents can park, but because today is Saturday, last night the police said that they don't really give a lot of tickets on Sabbath. So that's why we parked here. Otherwise, you can park in areas where it's just a gray pavement over here, and you still have to follow the street signs, which are usually in the front or either ends of the street. Also, parking places are hard to find, and the apps that they use are all in Hebrew. So get someone to help you with that. The streets are really narrow and the cars are pretty small. It is less traffic on Saturdays on Sabbath.
Turn right, then turn right.
There's a lot of one-way streets. All the parking signs are in Hebrew. The roads are pretty easy to drive in. It is pretty smooth. And the signs are usually in Hebrew and then Arabic and then in English. So navigation is pretty easy as well. As you can see, all the signs are first in Hebrew, then Arabic, and then in English. So it makes it really easy to drive and follow the GPS. We actually connected our phone to the Android Auto, and we're able to navigate easily. Driving is to the left-hand side, so the streets are pretty easy to drive, similar to the US. So pay attention to the red light, and right before it turns green, you're going to see the red and yellow lights together at the same time, so then you know that it's about to turn green. I found that very interesting here in Israel.
Here, see?
So each light does that. Whenever it's about to turn green, right before that, there's a red and a yellow that appears. That's an interesting find. So we actually got a parking ticket. So we didn't know that we weren't supposed to park here last night. It looked like a gray-ish zone, but apparently it wasn't. So the other thing is that the signs of the road are actually at the end of the road, not at the beginning. So this is the street, but there's no sign over here. So yeah, the signs are in the back of the road, which apparently here is the beginning of the road. Anyway, so there was this really nice lady who told us that we should call this number and try to fight the ticket. It's 250 shekels. We would have been better off parking in the parking lot, which we should really do next time instead of getting fines. Also, this road is blocked off for, I think, some event, and we weren't aware of that. So this other Israeli person was really nice, and she took us to this place where we could talk to them and get the road open again so that our car can pass through. So that's what we're gonna do right now, because we're blocked off right now. So this is a road that was closed off, and now she's opening it for us. And then they're gonna close it again. There was a really nice Israeli lady who saw us stuck on the road, and then she helped us. So there's a lot of honking here. People go as soon as it turns green, but for some reason people that are in the back, they just keep honking for no reason. Like, a lot of honking if you're planning to be driving. People drive crazy here. They park really crazy in very tight spaces. And look at him adding to it. Stop it! Oh my god, stop! Oh my god.